Hello friends, welcome to radio frequency classes. Today's topic is reciprocal and lossless network. So there are certain properties how to find out that a given network is a reciprocal or a lossless or not. So here I am going to discuss the two things. So we had to remember if I am taking a two-port network. Okay, so I will take one example after explaining these all characteristic and the derivation. I will take one example and I will show you that how to find out for a given set of S matrix, how to find out the reciprocal network and whether that S matrix is lossless or not. So to define that S matrix, whether it is, if it is a reciprocal, it should follow this property, the first one. Matrix should be symmetrical for a reciprocal network, and for a lossless network, the matrix should be purely imaginary. Okay, so symmetricity means if I will take the transpose of this S matrix given, it should be same. Okay, so if I am taking the transpose of this S matrix, there should not be any change, that quantity remains same. And if I'll say the power delivered for this network, it should be purely imaginary. It means there won't be any real power delivered to the network. All the power will be purely imaginary. So we have to prove one thing, that first one is symmetricity and another one is the purely imaginary power quantity. So what I'm going to do is I am defining this for all. Suppose I'll take a n port network. There are number of ports in the device. Okay, so if say it is like 1 2 like this, we can define till n. So for all the ports, impedance I have taken as a normalized impedance as a n. Okay, for nth port also I am taking impedance as unity 1. Okay, normalized impedance is 1, and the voltage and current can be written for the nth port or any port if I'll take. So I am taking here at nth port, so I have denoted as a Vn and In, voltage and current. So we know already the incident voltage and the reflected voltage. Sum of these two will give you the voltage at the nth port, and sum of these two current will give you the current at the nth port. Minus sign we know that because change in the reflected voltage. Okay, and here we are not having Z naught because the impedance we have taken it as a 1. So the current can be written in terms of voltage quantity Vn plus minus of Vn minus. This is incident voltage, this is reflected voltage, and the voltage at the nth port will be given as a Vn plus of Vn minus. So in voltage and current, sign changes. This we have to remember. So now, so if I'll define this as a equation 1 and this current equation as a 2, by adding these two equation, I will get Vn plus as 1 by 2 Vn plus In. So if I'll add these two, you can see Vn minus and Vn minus will be cancelled out. So Vn plus In and this Vn plus will be 2 Vn plus. So you will get Vn plus is equals to 1 by 2 Vn plus In. This will be expression for the incident voltage at nth port, and the reflected voltage will be given as, by subtracting equation 1 and 2, we will get to be 1 by 2 Vn minus of In. So we got two equations. One will give you the incident voltage in terms of voltage and current at the nth port, and another one will give you the reflected voltage at the nth port in terms of nth port voltage and nth port current. So this is equation 3 and 4. So now using equation 3 and 4, we can write V plus S 1 by 2 Z plus U into I. Here I will tell this Z is impedance matrix, this U is unitary matrix. Unitary matrix is written as 1 0 0 1 for 2 ports. Same way for 3 port it will be diagonally, it will be 1, remaining terms will be 0. So this is called as a unitary matrix, and I is as known, it's a current matrix. So if I will multiply with current into impedance, I will get the voltage, and with unitary matrix I will get the current. So same thing can be written, that previous equation 3 and 4 can be written in terms of impedance plus unitary matrix multiplied with current. Same way V minus matrix will be written as 1 by 2 impedance minus of unitary matrix into current. So current into impedance is voltage and current into unitary matrix is current only. Now if I will divide these two equations, current will be eliminated and I will get V minus by V plus. Why I am going to divide? Because I am going to define the S matrix, and scattering matrix is nothing but the reflected voltage by incident voltage. So if I'll take the ratio of these two equation, I will get the relation with respect to scattering matrix. So as you can see here, when I have taken the ratio of equation 5 and 6 are divided, I got V minus by V plus, which is Z minus unity matrix and Z plus unity matrix. So current is cancelled out. So V minus by V plus can be written as scattering matrix S. So Z minus U, and this plus, if I will take the upside, it can be written as a minus of 1, inverse of Z plus unity matrix. Now taking the transpose, we can again write the we can again modify this equation. This S matrix, I am taking the transpose of S, so I should take the transpose of this whole Z minus U of transpose and Z plus U inverse and its whole transpose. This is equation 7. Okay, so I have taken the transpose of this scattering relation. Now we know that if you have a unity matrix and if you take its transpose, both will be equal. And another condition is, for a reciprocal network, the impedance matrix, if you have, its transpose should be equal. It means what it says, if you have a unity matrix 1 0 0 1, we know that if I'll take its transpose, this will go here and this will go this side, again it remains same. So this condition we can see here, one condition is satisfied. Another one is impedance also. If we have a Z11, Z12, Z21, Z22, so if I'll take the transpose of this, if transpose and this matrix both are equal, then only I can say that network is reciprocal. So another condition is this. Now using this condition and this condition, I will modify equation 7. So equation 7 can be written as S transpose Z minus U and Z plus unity matrix inverse. So now we can see here the transpose is also same, and as we found, okay, we have seen here our matrix S was nothing but Z minus U and Z plus U inverse. Same thing we got it after doing the transpose also here. So we are seeing that the condition is satisfied. Matrix of S is equal to matrix of S transpose. So S11, S12, S21, S22 is equals to S11, S21, S12, S22. So by seeing this two, you can see I have changed this. Okay, so this row is as a column, okay, and column is as a row. Still we can see if it is same only, then we can say my network is reciprocal. Now if the network is lossless, the real power delivered to the network should be 0, as I told in the beginning. So for this case also I am taking my nth port impedance as 1 and identical for all the ports. Okay, impedance is not varying across the port. If I am taking as a matched or terminated, it should be same. So now if I will find out the average power for the network, it should be written as a half of the real power V transpose into I of conjugate. Okay, so if I will take the transpose of this voltage and multiply with conjugate current, I will get the average delivered power. Okay. Here I have taken Z naught impedance as a 1, that's why there is no role of impedance. Directly we are multiplying voltage and current and we are seeing the power. Now half of the real part, now what we will do is we are going to open this. Now this V and this current, both voltage and current are summation of incident and reflected voltage, and we know that this voltage term can be written as V plus plus of V minus, and current can be written as V plus minus of V minus. Now so for transpose we are adding here T, and for conjugate we are denoting it as a star symbol. So half of real power V plus transpose plus V minus transpose, V plus conjugate minus V minus of conjugate. So this is Vt and this one is I conjugate. Now so if we multiply, we will get 4 term. So you can see here we will get V plus transpose, V plus of conjugate, multiply this, then again V plus with V minus, so V plus transpose, V minus conjugate, then multiply this term with this one, you will get this term, then multiply V minus of transpose into minus of V minus conjugate, you will get this term. So we are having 4 term. We can see these 2 term is nothing but in the form of A minus A conjugate. So A minus A conjugate is purely imaginary. So remaining quantity is this one and this one. So I will write it again. So as I have written here, you can see A minus A conjugate is nothing but these two quantity which is purely imaginary power. So remaining term is V plus transpose, V plus conjugate minus half of V minus transpose and V minus conjugate. So this term is given as incident power and this term is denoted as reflected power. So as we told, for a lossless network, this real power should be equal to 0. So if we equate with 0, we will get this condition V plus transpose, V plus conjugate from here should be equal to V minus transpose into V minus conjugate. Okay, and now we know that S matrix, okay, S matrix is given as V minus by V plus. So we can substitute this value in place of V minus, I will write S into V plus. So we will get this modified equation. Okay, V plus transpose, V plus conjugate in terms of V minus transpose and V minus, I am writing V plus transpose into S transpose and S conjugate into V plus conjugate. So now here we can see, to make equal this quantity, this term S transpose into S conjugate should be equal to unitary. If it is not equal to unitary, we cannot satisfy this condition. Okay, and we cannot say that network is lossless. So S transpose into S conjugate should be equal to unitary. So from here we can see, if this condition is satisfied, then we can say network is lossless. And when it is satisfied, so from here we can see this is unitary, so S conjugate should be equal to S of transpose inverse. So from here you can find out, if you will take this terminology this side, this will be nothing but S conjugate should be equal to S of transpose inverse. So from this equation, equation number 11, we can establish a condition. That condition is, whatever be the number of ports, if I will take this network, this port is denoted as I and this port is denoted as J, then it should be having like summation of k is equals to 1 to n, S parameter of ki and S conjugate of kj should be equals to del of ij, and this gives us two identities. If these two identities are satisfied, then we can say that given network is lossless. Okay, so these two identities are, if I and j, this I and j both are equal, then ski into ski conjugate multiply, okay, and add whatever number of elements are there in the column or in the row, it should be equal to 1. Okay, so this term says that same row or same column we have to take. Okay, so suppose I have taken a first row, all the elements of first row multiplied with its conjugate, okay, square it and add it, it should be equal to 1. And another one is, if I and j are not equal, then ski into skj conjugate should be equal to 0. Okay, add all the term individually for one. Okay, suppose, okay, I'll take one example and I will explain it. So here I am taking one example. This says S11 is 0.15, S12 is 0.85 angle minus 45 degree, S21 is 0.85 angle 45 degree, and S22 is 0.2 angle 0 degree. We have to find out whether it is reciprocal and lossless or not. So for first case, for reciprocity, we can see directly that if this term S12 and S21 is not equal, we can see that it is not a reciprocal because network is not symmetrical. Clearly we can see from the values, okay, we can identify that if network is not symmetrical, it is not a reciprocal network. Another one is for lossless. For lossless condition is, if I will take this is a column, this and this one is row, I will take the first column. So there are two terms. First one is S11 which is 0.15 angle 0 degree and S21 which is 0.85 angle 45 degree. Okay, so I should take multiply with its conjugate. If I will take the conjugate and mod square, S11 square plus S21 square, this should be equal to 1. If it is not equal to 1, clearly I can say the network is lossy, it is not a lossless. So if I will take its square, 0.15 S11 plus 0.85 square is equal to 1. So I can see this comes to be 0.0225 plus 0.7225 is equal to 1. So if I add, I will get 0.7445, which is not equal to 1. Okay, so we can see clearly this condition is not satisfied, so network is not a lossless network. So this way, for any given network, you can check the symmetricity. Okay, if it is symmetrical, you can say it is a reciprocal, and if the column, take one whole column of that given matrix, multiply with this and square it and add all the term and say that whether all the column terms, when we are squaring and adding it, it comes to 1. If it is there, then we can say it is a lossless network. If it is not, then we can say it is a not lossless network. Thank you so much for your attention. In next lecture, I will discuss something about filter. If you like the content, kindly subscribe my channel and share it. Thank you.